Okay, and so Brooke asked me to do this call. We were actually talking about it. Here's what the whole point of this time that we're going to spend together is vision casting. It is one of my very favorite things, but y'all, it is something I have not really done a whole lot of in like an organized fashion. I think I have done vision casting hopefully over the last 4.5 years. But here's why I have the ability to vision cast. I'm going to tell you very little bit about my story so that you're like, why is this person casting a vision for me? And so 5 years ago right now, I thought Plexus was stupid. Anybody else start there somewhere? I saw it on Facebook and thought, these people are crazy. And very quickly came to love the products, so much they changed the life of the people in my house. And I decided to share them with other people. So I signed up to be an ambassador after 5 months of being a customer. So love your customers. And I immediately started sharing. My passion was so big. I just got off a call with some girls from Canada and they were like, how do you have so much belief? I'm like, just be on them a little bit longer and you'll get it. Like they've just started in the last week or two. And so really watching people come into their belief is so much fun for me. But so my first, less than 2 weeks, I went silver with my sister, Sarah Roten, a friend, a mom from my boys' school, and a girl I got into high school with I wasn't very good friends with. But I was posting on Facebook, so these people were seeing it, and they were interested, and they didn't know what it was. They were asking me questions. So the next month, so about 6 weeks into the business, I went gold because we added so many people the first month. And my first month silver, second month gold, third month senior gold, fourth month, so March, is that right? Yeah, March, 5 years ago? No, 4 years ago. Whatever. In 2014, 4 years ago, March, I went ruby and senior ruby in the same month. So it was kind of insane. And then April, I went emerald. A couple of months later, I went sapphire. And 14 months from the day I signed up as an ambassador, I went diamond. 6 months later, I signed myself up as a brand new ambassador. And I've gone to gold on my second position. So if that gives you a little bit of an idea of why I can cast a little bit of vision and just what's possible. This is what the point of vision casting is. I want y'all to hear what is possible with this business. I have earned 4 shopping sprees, 14, 15, 16, 17, 8. This will be my 5th year to Hawaii. I like that to count on my hand. So I feel like I've gotten 2 of the diamond Lexus, I don't know how to say that properly. I earned the emerald one and it just didn't work for our family. I want to give y'all some words. Here are the things that I want to share with you. These are the things I want you to hear. For the next 2 years, this team, starting today, is going to lock arms to work this business with integrity and consistency. Then we are going to walk across the stage at convention together, celebrate new Lexus earnings, I didn't make it plural that time, and enjoy pool time in Hawaii together. I can see each of you, show me your faces, I can see each of you sitting with us on the snorkel tour around Molokini, about to swim with the turtles, eating a fun lunch, laughing, and making memories. If you just keep reaching forward, pushing, reaching your dreams, then together we will be making memories like this very, very soon. I want y'all to know that what we do is possible, that the things that you see Brooke doing, the things you see Aaron doing, the things you see Sarah doing, the things you see myself and Rosalind and Celeste and Jenny doing, these are all possible for you. These are not because there's anything in, let's see how many others. Jenny, Sel, Roz, me, Sarah, Megan, Aaron, Brooke. Is that right? That's it, right? Okay. So out of the 8 of us, you have so many different personalities. You have introverts and extroverts. You have people that love being with girlfriends every single night of the week. You have people that have a difficult time building relationships. You have people that were stay-at-home moms before. You have people that have professionals before. You have a goat farmer. You have a mall shopper. I majored in fashion merchandising. Erin and I could not be much different. You have a teacher. You have a homeschool mom. You have, I wonder if I could even count up how many kids you have in that group of people, at least 16, because everyone has at least two. So we're probably sitting somewhere around 20 kids with all of us. You have so many different people to look at and say, if she can do it, I can do it too. Pick one of us. There are 8 of us. Pick one person, put them on your, screen somewhere and say, this is my person. And it may not be Brooke, it may not be Erin or Megan or Sarah or myself or Roz or Celeste or Jenny, but it can be one of them. If you haven't watched, let's see, who has Diamond? I guess there's 4 Diamond docs out of our team. Jenny, Celeste, Rosalind, and I all have Diamond documentaries. You can watch all of them. Brooke can tell you the testimonial and the stories for Sarah and Megan and Erin and for herself. Find a connection to someone and say, because she can do it, because Sarah as a single mom can do it, I as a single mom can do it too. Because Jenny and Roz working a full-time job in a network that didn't know about Plexus yet can blow this up to the top, so can I. Whatever it is, pick something about their story and identify with it and make it part of what you want to do too. Here's the thing. Your vision must be clear. So I want you to write it down. I want you to write down what you see yourself doing with Plexus. And y'all, it can be, maybe it's not Hawaii, maybe it's not Alexis, maybe you're going, girl, all I want from Plexus is I want $500 a month. Like, that's what I want to walk away from this with. And I think in the beginning, most people kind of dream small because you have no idea what's available. So dream right where you are. Sometimes it's a little uncomfortable. If you had told me in the beginning to dream big, I'm not sure I could have dreamt this. Would you agree, Brooke? I don't think that when you start this business, that this is where you sit at the top of the company is where you think you're ever actually going to be. I never thought I would walk across stage. In fact, the first year I was senior Ruby walking across stage, because at convention, it kind of depends on where you end certain months. And I was terrified to stand on the stage with like 300 other people. I mean, I don't know how many people, maybe 150, but they were all senior Rubies. And I was standing on stage with them going, I'm about to throw up. I am so nervous. And I'm not saying anything. No one can see me, but this is the most nerve-wracking thing I think I've ever done. It's just to stand on stage at convention. Now, y'all, I talk on stage at convention. It's taken me a lot to get there. But I just want you to say, I would have never said, one of my goals is to stand on stage at the big convention and talk to the whole convention, not just a breakout. No, that would have never been my goal. That would have never been my dream. So dream based on where you are now or where you conceive yourself. But make it clear. Describe it. If you want to, be detailed about it. When I was telling you about snorkeling around Molokini, like, these are things we actually do when we go to Hawaii on the Emerald Extravaganzas, is we actually get this cool snorkel cruise boat, and we all just go together. We eat lunch and we play, and we're sliding off the back of the boat and all of the fun things. It's exactly what we do. So if that's what you want, pull up pictures of what we've done and write out the descriptions and say, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to sit on a lawn chair next to Celeste and just grill her one day. Michelle, you're going to sit, next to Tarl at the pool, and it's not going to be just shaking his hand. You're going to be walking around the Grand Wailea with him, okay? So whatever the details are, if you want to do opportunity tour and ride in a car with Alec, like I'm going to do next week, and grill him with questions for 4 hours from Mobile to Baton Rouge, you write that down. Whatever your heart's desire is. Okay, your vision must be concrete. It must be real and tangible. So give yourself things. If it's money, y'all, one of my things in the beginning is that there's a specific pair of shoes that I wanted to buy, and I wanted my husband to not tell me I couldn't have them. So I wanted to make enough money so I could afford them. So what I ended up doing is making more money than that and earning a shopping spree so someone else paid for my shoes. And that was awesome. And shopping spree has paid for lots of shoes. Be concise, be brief and to the point. Don't make it an essay because you'll probably never read it again. So be like kind of like almost bullet point yourself. And when you're doing clear and concrete, be concise. Be compelling. Decide what you really, really want. What makes you cry? Is there a bill? What am I going to show you? Like I have a bill right here on my desk. Let's see what it is. Oh, it's for $1,000 for a Medical City bill. I'm sure it's my daughter's. That's beautiful. I would tape this up on the wall and say, I'm going to be able to pay this off. Pay it in full. I mean, I haven't gotten through my bills today, obviously. But like, if it's a bill, if it's a medical bill, if it's a school loan, if it's a car payment, if it's your mortgage, decide today that this is something that is such heart's desire for you. Maybe it's paying off something that your spouse has been able to do, like extended school. Maybe it's something you want to do, like cosmetology school or something. Whatever it is, put that number up there. It is clear, it is concise, but it is concrete. It is something that really is tangible and it's compelling. It will drive you every day. On the days where you're frustrated, the days where you're like, I don't want to post today. I don't even want to take my products. I don't want to talk about Plexus. Because everyone has those days about everything. I mean, if you're a mom, you love being a mom. There are days where you're like, well, anybody want them? Like, who wants them? You can come get them. Exactly. So it's not that everything we do that's worth it is hard. I mean, hello, being a mom is hard. So here are the things. So make a list of 5 things that Plexus can help you do. Okay, so I'm going to give you all some guidelines. You ready? If your health improves, what will that allow you to do? What would it change about your day-to-day if your health improves? Or if your health has improved, you need to be posting about it. But if your health improves, what would that change? What would that help you do? If the health of a friend or a loved one improved, how would that change your life? If your husband's health would improve, if your mom's health improved, if your child's health improved, if your best friend's health improved and you could actually like leave town, if your best friend's like kid who's sick all the time could finally like get their stuff together, could you and your best friend go on a trip? You know what I'm saying? Like, what would change? What if you made an extra $100 a month? And even if you've been an ambassador for a while, what if you increased your paycheck $100 this month? What would you do with it? What if you increased over the next couple of months $500 a month? And then what if in the next 3 to 6 months you could increase your Plexus paycheck by $1,000 a month? What would you do differently? Like, say by May, your Plexus paycheck could be $1,000 more than it was last month, which for some of y'all might have been zero, so $1,000. But for some of y'all, it may have been $500 last month. What if it could be $1,500 by May? What would you do with $1,000 extra dollars every month? Okay, I'm going to read this to you. Cast your vision for the future. Participate in the process daily. Build on your momentum, share your results, and encourage others to do the same. With your every success, no matter how small that might be, celebrate. Then immediately recommit to your vision. Y'all, small wins are big. This month, our Super Silver incentive is all about a small win. Now, it may not seem small to you if you have 0 ambassadors on your team or 3 ambassadors on your team. Getting to 10 might feel like, oh, but y'all, it's better than trying to get to 20 and going gold. It is a huge incentive this month, and I've never seen it where they're allowing welcome packs to count towards the incentive. Like, it is huge. So if you don't already have the vision of going Super Silver this month, I want to challenge you to write that down and outline what it looks like to get there. And let's go back through. Your clear goal would be to write down your vision of going Super Silver. Your concrete would be, I'm going to go Super Silver with these specific people in this specific way. Here's my breakdown. Concise is brief and to the point. You know exactly what you need. And then compelling is how much money will that earn you? If you go Super Silver, maybe you have 25 points every month, and so you just need 5 new people on your team. Whatever it looks like, 5 new people this month could be huge for your team. It could be very close to the most you've ever added as a whole team. So I would challenge you to cast your vision. The company almost does it for you. if you think about it, in January we had codes. And so you need to find, what was it, 2 people? Did we get 2 or 3? 2, I think, codes that you had to give out. So that was your vision. My vision for January was I'm going to give 2 codes out to people that really want to do the business. Last month, our goal was silver. And so my goal was I'm going to find as many people on my level 1 as possible that want to try to get to silver. So I don't know if your goal last month was silver, but my goal last month was to help people get to silver. And then this month, my goal is to help as many people as possible go super silver. Do you have that goal for yourself? The company is literally giving you the vision every month of growing your team by codes, and then silver, and then super silver. I have no idea what to expect next month. I want to challenge you to not let these things pass you by because you're scared or you don't know what to do next. Or the idea of getting 10 people is so overwhelming to you that you don't even get one. I want you to start somewhere. And there's a saying that my Sunday school teachers say all the time, and I've heard other places as well, is start where you are, use what you have, and do what you can do. That means even if you don't go super silver this month, what if you get halfway there and you've never gotten halfway to super silver before? You've never gotten to 25 points before. What if you just add 3 people on your team this month, and that's the most you've ever added as a team before or individually? What if you go silver for the first time this month? Do not make it all about a super silver or nothing. You have to do something. Cast the vision. So here is my final challenge to you, and then we can talk. We can do some questions. I'm going to call you to action. I'm going to ask you to make a dream board and then share it with your Facebook audience. So what this includes is I want you to, maybe it is a pair of shoes that you really want. Maybe it is a new refrigerator that you love. Maybe it's a dishwasher that you're like, I'm going to get a dishwasher that purrs and no one even knows it's on. Maybe it is, I'm getting new tires for my car. Look at these wheels, they are bald. I'm getting new tires. Whatever it is, make a vision board, and I want you to put at least 5 things on it. Maybe a trip you really want to take, and maybe a mission trip that you want to take. It may be something that seems small to you, but it doesn't matter because it matters to you. Does that make sense? Like, it's not about other people judging your dream board and going, oh, I can't believe that's what she's dreaming for. It's about you being able to put yourself out there and say, these are the things that I want to accomplish. These are the things I want to be a part of. Maybe it is super silver on your dream board. Maybe it is Hawaii with us. You can put a picture of Brooke and I on there if you want to come hang out with us in Hawaii. And there's lots of pictures to pick from. I want you to dream bigger than where you're sitting right now, even if it's just a little bit bigger. 4 years ago, I would not have dreamt of this house. I definitely would have not dreamt of that wallpaper. But I would not have dreamt that we would have had a fully handicapped accessible house. I picked up every detail of the house, including the wallpaper, which was a surprise to me as well. Every single detail of this house, I got to pick. The doors, the hardware, everything. It was a big pain in the butt. Do you see that would have not been a dream 4 years ago? But if someone had stretched me, I would have said someday I want a house fully accessible for Ella. I just had no idea this is it. I had no idea it would be in this neighborhood with these details. But if you had told me, I would have probably picked something having to do with Ella and a yard for the boys. Dream a little bigger than where you are right this minute. Okay, I want to open up the questions because I want y'all to ask me a question about dreaming bigger than where you are. You can ask me anything. It's all on the table. You can ask Brooke. I hold nothing back. I am an open book because everything that I have done is accessible to you. Does that make sense? Like, there's nothing that's like, oh, well, you can't know that yet. You can know anything right where it is. Be bold in your questions because if you're not bold here, you probably won't be bold in your business. So be bold where it's safe, and it is safe with us. So does anybody have any questions? I explained everything so well, Brooke. Did you notice that? I mean, they're like...
It was amazing.
Vision casting experts.
That was really good. I really did cry. So, for the record, I cry all the time, but I cried.
Do you think there's anything that you your team really well? Is there anything that I left out or something that I can elaborate on what's possible?
I don't know. I took notes. I thought it was all really, really good. I mean, I think it's just a matter of allowing ourselves to believe it and to dream that big. Let's see. Tina says, how do we get our teams excited and get people on board?
The same thing. So just because you haven't achieved the vision doesn't mean that you can't cast that vision. Michelle, I saw your dream board. I think that was you that was just showing us your dream board. And I think that you can dream alongside someone. Think about your spouse. Have you ever just laid in bed at night and just gone, okay, if we won the lottery, what would we do? I mean, we drive by the billboard in Dallas all the time, and it always tells us like what the Mega Millions is. I don't know. I'm guessing y'all have the lottery in Kansas. Yes. Okay. And so, have you ever just driven by that? And this is what we do. We usually go, okay, well, the first half of it goes to taxes. All right. Okay. Then 10% of the whole total goes to tithing anyway. So then here's our number. So we come down to this number that's still like, y'all, like a ridiculous number, like 23 million. We're like, oh my gosh, now we only have 23 million left. What are we going to do? Like, if you've ever sat there and thought that number, I want you to do that with your team. Like the $1,000. Like, it's not 23 million. I get it. We're not making Celeste money. But what if it's just $1,000? What if you just talk to 3 or 4 people on your team and go, okay, what would you do for $1,000 with $1,000 more every month? Oh my gosh, I would do this. Oh my gosh, I would pay for therapy. My husband wouldn't have to work the third overtime shift. I was talking to TSA the other day. I fly a lot, and this lady, I always like talk up like pretty much any customer service person or any person that I come in contact with. I feel bad for them. I mean, they're TSA. They have to deal with crabby people in the airport that have stood in line. And so I said, how's your day going? She goes, it's all right. It's my third overtime shift this week. And I was like, I hope they pay you time and a half. She goes, girl, it's the only reason anybody does it. And I was like, well, I hope you have a really good day. And I was just thinking, what if that lady could work one less overtime shift? What if she has kids at home that she's working all of those overtime shifts for, and she can go, you know what, I can be home one more night. How many nurses work, I think, when you max out like 3 or 4 shifts a week, because they're like 12-hour shifts when you have like that 7:30 to 7:30 shift is what I remember being in NICU. And what if you only had to work 1 or 2 shifts a week and you got to pick, like, you know what, if there's not a daytime shift available, I don't want it. If there's only nighttime shifts, I'm good this week. Like, what if you got to pick what you did? What if you are a hairstylist and you can pick, hello, handsome, and you can pick what clients you want and what clients you don't want. You're like, girl, sorry, we don't service crazy people anymore. What if you got to pick what you do? Now, that's not everybody. I mean, some people don't, but I have heard of husbands that have gotten to quit jobs they don't love to go find a job they do love, and there's a little bit of a gap in pay, but they have enough money kind of put back that that's okay. But the quality of life when the husband gets the new job is so big. So I think that's it. Tina, does that answer your question? And you're welcome to unmute if you want to talk about it. But I think getting your people excited is casting a vision of just what could the next step look like. And then, oh my gosh, all of y'all can share any pictures, any videos from our trips, anything that we ever win. If you want us to get on and talk about it, if you want me to send a video about shopping sprees, because you think there's somebody on your team that they're like, that will be their thing. I will send you a little like iPhone video about shopping sprees because they're fun. I really want y'all to catch the vision. And hear me too. Brooke and I are so similar that I think this might get lost in translation. I love my income because my husband has been allowed to leave a job that he loved but went bankrupt to start his own company, which we never would have never been on my dream board. And then I forgot my train of thought there. But it's allowed us so many things. I love the income. The income is incredible. I love the perks. I love getting jewelry on stage. Tiffany's jewelry on stage was so much fun. I love the galas. I love convention and leaders retreat and the trips. Like, that is my love language. But if you are someone that loves to help people and you're going, making a little bit extra money, like I feel bad about it. I mean, I struggle with, making money as a stay-at-home mom, or I really just want to help other people hit their goals. Then girl, write down a list of people, crazy over here. Write down a list of people that you want to help them reach their goals, that you want to help them change their life, that maybe it's not a passion of yours to go on a shopping spree, but whose world would be rocked by getting $3,000 in gift cards, standing in Nordstrom and going, I get to buy anything. I get to keep it if I don't want to spend it. It's all yours. Whatever you want to do with it, you can spend it at Nordstrom Rack when you get home a year later. It just, could you find somebody else that loves a vision that maybe you don't have the same vision as them, but you can cast a vision for somebody else? What if we offer hope to other people? The hope of getting out of debt, the hope of, a different situation than what they're currently in, the hope of offering more hope. I mean, I love pouring into women every single day. Sorry, there's any men on the call, but I don't usually pour into the men, but I do love pouring into women all day long. I love offering hope, and I love casting vision. I just never think about it like that. I just think about it as sharing.
I think that's so true what you said, because sometimes it's us pointing out what we see in them that they don't see in themselves. Like, I believe you can do this, and I see all of this in you. I think sometimes they're the last ones to see it, that they have every skill necessary to do this. I mean, there's so many people that I've encountered that have more skills than I do to do what we do, literally. They just don't believe it.
Yeah, you and Wesley are smarter than me.
That's not necessarily true.
Yes, you are. I always think it's important to recruit people smarter than you, and I have luckily had that happen on my team. If everyone was like me, it would be a hot mess. We'd have fun. It would be a hot mess. Okay, if y'all can't think of anything else, then I will let y'all get to your vision boards, but I want to see them. So as soon as you post them on Facebook, I want you to tag me in it, okay? Because I want to be able to comment on there. I want to be able to share my own vision with everybody. So I want you to do, if you do a picture of a board, that's fine. I think Michelle has hers kind of tacked up on her wall. So if that's what you want to do, that's great. Take a picture, tag me in it, explain it, tell us your heart behind it. Y'all, storytelling will connect with people so much more than anything else. Tell a story about why this is your vision board. Please tag me in it. I can't wait to see it. You can do it on your phone, on a, I tend to screenshot shopping things and then put them together on a vision board. Whatever is your thing that connects to you, do that. And I want to be in it. If it's being a stay-at-home mom, take a picture of you with your kiddos and tag that up there. Maybe it's a picture of Chick-fil-A because that's where you're gonna be hanging out. So whatever it is, but communicate it with people. People want to hear, why are you doing this? And your vision board is gonna be the greatest thing to do it. And it's gonna change. Y'all, my vision board has changed so much in 4 years. I actually have a struggle figuring out what it looks like now. But God is so gracious to constantly give me a new vision if I will ask for it. So if you're struggling, if you feel a little, what's the word? Like materialistic putting it together, then think about some things that aren't things I would love. Think about something else. Think about put a picture of a missionary up there that you want to sponsor. Put a picture of maybe it's a child that you want to sponsor in a different country. Maybe it is a food bank that you want to be able to give to. Whatever those things are, put them on there. Those are important. I want to challenge you to those, and I cannot wait to see them. And I hope you'll all have a great night. And go super silver.
Okay, I'm going to unmute everybody to say thank you. Thank you, Andrea. I really appreciate it. This was so much fun. I'll unmute everybody so y'all can say thank you, and then I'll end the recording. So, all right, we're live.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye. I love you guys. I'll see y'all at convention.
Thank you. We love you too.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.